I'm so excited that you are seeking more information and really your next steps for your Breaking Free Deliverance session. As you prepare for that day that you go through your session, I want to give you a few tips that will help you. First of all, I want you to understand that deliverance is simply a part of your spiritual journey. It's not the whole journey. You still need to have a relationship with God where you're praying, where you're reading His words, where you're in church, where you're serving. All of those things are actually tools that help you grow spiritually to actually keep the demons out, all right? So it's very important that those are a part of your life. This other, when we go through deliverance, it simply removes the spirits that are hindering those things from happening, from hindering relationships we're in. And so there are also habits that you'll be released from during this process that hinder you. So I want to make sure you have a proper understanding, because the level of your spiritual walk before you come in is crucial to how effective your deliverance session is. So as you're preparing for deliverance, a couple of things that you need to go and understand, but also do. The first thing is you would need to listen to the sermon series called Unlocked that we did here at Crossroads, so that you can understand the process of how demons affect us, what the Bible says about us, the authority we have. It's crucial that you have that understanding. And it would also be very helpful if you went through Derek Prince's And They Shall Expel Demons book. You can order that on Amazon or somewhere else. It has questions at the end of each chapter. Extremely helpful in laying the foundation and preparing you for the spiritual battle and removing the fear that you might have. It also helps you know how to maintain your deliverance afterwards. So it's important, if you get that book, it'll be extremely important. You can work through it with your spouse or a friend who might be interested. Other thing is, there's two things you need to bring with you on the day of deliverance: your personal inventory, your personal history inventory, where you circle all the things on the sheet that you might have currently in your life or have experienced at any point in your life. And then the other piece is your family history. Well, I call it the family tree, where you write down any kind of history of cancer and other things. It's self-explanatory on the sheet, but what this allows us to do is see what there might be in your life that might be a generational curse that's passed down to you, so that we can deal with it in your deliverance session. So as you prepare, it's really key that you are desiring to be closer with God. This is what this is really about. God, I want a closer walk with you. There's some things in my life I want out. That's extremely important. This is about pursuing God at another level, all right? It's not just about fixing stuff in your life. You've got to desire God, because that helps you to stay free once we allow God to release those spirits in your life. So as you come to the deliverance session, it could last 5 hours, it could last 3 hours, it could last longer, but it's important that you're completely transparent, so that we can identify areas in your life where doors may have been open, so that spirits come in and are hindering your walk with God and hindering your relationship with other people. So just pray through that and just say, God, whatever needs to come out, you lead me in that, and I will obey. So how do you get it signed up? Well, some of you filled out things at the church, and some of you haven't filled out anything yet, and you're wondering, how do I get on the list? Well, go through your material, and then you can go to our email, or send us an email at breakingfree@Crossroads Church or xroadschurch.net. And once we get your information and you send us what we need there, then we can help you take your next steps. So if you send us that email, make sure you got your name, email address, and those kind of things, so that we can follow up with you. When you are assigned a time for deliverance, this is extremely important. Realize there are sometimes over 100 people waiting. And so when you sign up for an appointment time, it's imperative that you show up. If you are late to a certain extent, let's say like 15 minutes, then your appointment will be given to somebody else, so that we can get them in there, because we don't want to waste the time that we have set aside for people to break free. If you miss your appointment, It's very unfortunate, but you'll go to the end of the line and you will have to wait through the process again and make another appointment. So I hate to tell you that information, but we just want to take care of the people who are wanting and desperate to be delivered from the things in their life. So with that said, what can happen when you go through deliverance? We see people healed of disease, arthritis, and other things. We see people freed from addictions to substances, to vaping, to alcohol, all these different things. We see people that leave, their minds are like clear, like they've never experienced before. Why? Because the demons are removed out of you. All the fogginess goes with it. And when that happens, you are a vessel ready to be filled up by what God wants to do. So after your deliverance, we'll give you some next steps so that you can maintain this deliverance that you've experienced and continue to grow and to thrive in your relationship with God. I am so excited that you're taking this step of faith, and it's going to be an amazing experience for you. But on the day that you're supposed to come, when you feel that spiritual attack of you're feeling a little sick or you're feeling a little weak or you're feeling like I don't need to go to this, do not listen to those spirits. Obey what God told you when you signed up, because I promise you it's going to be life-changing and you won't regret what God does in your life. Look forward to seeing you there, and thank you so much for taking this faith step.